Give me something. Okay, go on.
For he hath visited and redeemed his people.
So he says, for he's visited and redeemed his people. So it's like basically redeemed is to be brought back. So he's basically brought salvation for his people, which is, you know, the 12 tribes. Go on.
And raised up an horn for salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
So if you know, do you know about the lineage of who they call Jesus? Yeah, son of David. That's what it's called, yeah. So basically talking about who the world calls Jesus Christ, said he raised up a horn of salvation for us, which is the 12 tribes specifically, and in the house of his servant David. So that's through through who you call Jesus. His purpose was as a source of salvation for Israel.
And it says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
And that's the same thing that's been prophesied throughout the whole Bible, man.
This is...
Yeah, we're really down, man.
What was that?
No, you weren't really down, man. Come on, man. It was that agreement demon, man.
I remember it from the main camp. She's come up to the main camp.
What was she saying here? I didn't hear.
She was basically saying, oh, well, you know, I really believe, you know, Jesus just came for everyone.
Yeah.
And, well, no, he didn't.
She's only saying that because she don't want to go into slavery.
Yeah, man, she can just chill, man. You can be alright, man. Don't worry about which white people burning. It's
She really give him the phone to take the video.
yeah, no, that was some spite. I was like, God damn.
She don't want him to listen.
And then,
That was a demon, man. No.
She actually said, no. My man to bust up. It's like, damn. What's up, guys? What's up, man? We from Dar? Is it? From Iran or Iraq? Iraq. You're lucky, man. If you're from Iran. Woof. Woof. We're getting to be peak for you, man. But they already had the war, man, in your country, man. They already... So what's up, man?
What is this? I don't get it.
We're just teaching the Bible, man. What you believe in, man? What you believe in?
Islam.
Okay, so basically what we believe in is the Bible. So we just believe in completely different set of beliefs. And we're basically the 12 tribes of Israel spoken of in the Bible. And we basically believe that, you know, basically these people are going to be raised up real soon. There's going to be turmoil on planet Earth. World War III is going to kick off. Martial law is going to be instated. You know, the economy is going to crash. A lot of fun and tasty things are going to happen. You know, that's what we're out here telling people.
I still don't get it.
I don't know, man. So I'm saying, do you believe in the Bible then? Let's talk about this.
Nah, I don't, but I want to know about it.
Well,
Like, that catches my attention. I don't get that part.
Oh, okay, so you know about this guy called Jesus, yeah?
Yeah, but why is it got bones in his head?
Okay, well, in the Bible, what did this? You know, the Bible talks about this Jesus fella, right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't it have a description of him? Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that what he looks like according to that description? You think?
I don't know. That's
Okay, well, I'll get for you quick.
Revelation,
Now, nice.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So the Son of Man was a nickname of one of the titles of who you call Jesus Christ. So let's have a look, see, man. Go on, read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Okay, Chingy ticks that. He's got a garment down to the foot. Go on.
and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
He ain't got a golden girdle. If you haven't seen the full-size pictures of this, he always has like the white with the red sash on it, but he doesn't have the golden girdle. So it's incorrect according to the Bible already. Go on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool,
Whoa, that hair look brown as fuck. I don't see no woolly texture. That's straight as a motherfucker.
Some pictures.
Yeah, look, some of them are blonde as fuck. But so wrong again. Go on.
as white as snow,
Yeah, it's white as snow. No, I don't even see any white. Go on.
and his eyes were as a flame of fire,
No, them eyes don't look complete opposite, man. They look like that weak sun defective blue, man. Terrible. Incorrect again. Go on.
and his feet like unto fine brass,
Fine brass. So if your feet are like fine brass, what colour's brass? Brown. Okay, go on.
as if they burned in a furnace.
So brown as if you burned in a furnace. So basically, very dark brown. You burn anything in a furnace, it's dark as fuck, man. You ever looked inside an oven? Like, there's a reason why they make ovens black. because you get this big dark caking of like soot and dust around it, man. So that burned in the furnace means he was a dark-skinned man with a white woolly afro. Which,
How do you know he looks like that?
huh?
How do you know he looks like that?
What'd you say?
How do you know he looks like that?
Bro, did you hear what I was explaining?
Nah, bro, I don't get it. I was lost already.
You know what? I'll say it's probably best for you to give up, man. How long you believe in Islam, man?
Islam since I was born.
Yeah, well, just continue in that, man. Have fun. Because I think it's going to be a struggle for you to find out. It's probably going to be a pointless struggle, man.
Nah,
Continuing the things outside.
Yeah, man. Yeah, continue down the things which let them that are filthy, let them be filthy still, man. It's like basically you've not been, get John, Matthew 13 and 10. Like stuff from the night, go on. Look, I've got this. This is you're gonna understand this. It's nice and easy. I'm gonna keep this nice and tasty, man. It's real quick.
Matthew 13 and verse 9. Who have ears to hear, let him hear.
So everyone's got ears, but let's see if we can advance.
And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
So yeah, for you, this right now is coming like a parable. You don't really understand what's being said. Go on.
He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
So these men you see here, it's given to us to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Go on.
But to them,
it
is not given.
Not given. That's, simple as it can be, man. You have been denied access to the heavenly gifts. Oh no, man, go have a good time, man.
that's great. So I get it.
Like I said, don't worry, it's fine. Just go have a good time. What do you want, man? I ain't gonna sit there and fucking, try and chisel a bit of fucking diamond with a fucking tin, some lead tools. That guy's brain is a diamond. You're trying to etch some wisdom on it, and it's just not even leaving a mark.
That was
How do you know the Lord look like that?
I was like, nah, you just need to, I don't know, man. Go have sex with a tree or something, man.
Amos
What the hell are you doing?
chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Yeah, man. Don't mean that Esau. Everyone, Esau will see that same time. I'm saying, this is a thing where it's like, you've got to be elected. It's like everything, man. If you want to be, if you're elected to righteousness, you can't even become wicked, man. You know how hilarious that is? You could be spending your whole life laboring. There's a good movie for that, fucking Kung Fu Hustle, man. Kung Fu Hustle, that shit came out in 2004. Like, this guy is basically trying to become a gangster, one of them axe gangsters here, in like the 20s or some shit. Then he's just like, basically, he's trying his best. He's all riding out, trying to be a thug and shit. But it's just, it's just not working out, man. He's just like, okay, you gotta go fuck this guy up. He's just like, damn, I ain't even got the heart to do it. But then in the end, it gets revealed that, he was aligned with the righteous side. So, even though he's trying his best to be, to be a bad boy, in the end, he had to be righteous. Same like with Jonah, man. Jonah's trying to flee. He's like, nah, fam. Prophesy to us. Whether you want to or not.
Isaiah 4:3. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish.
Yeah, that's it. The land's gonna mourn, man. Because the thing is right now is like the mourning. Of course, the mourning's begun. The thing is, you look back at the motherfucking 50s. But if I was an Edomite today, hey, you know that story about that innocent white rose petal getting pulled up by the police and getting arrested? You know how disgusting that is. In 2018, thoroughbred white women are getting arrested by the police for drink driving. What the hell kind of criminality is that, man? She should have got thrown into rehab after her father made a donation to the police department. What the hell is she doing rotting in jail, man? That's terrible. That is terrible. That's, Esau basically losing that position of prominence. That is a fading, man. But do you think any level of bro, you think Edomites could be doing all kinds of shit back in the day and getting away with it? Like when the Edomites were murking off Jake families and shit, they were just saying, oh well, you know, the jury would be like, oh, not guilty. That full white jury would be like, I'm not guilty. Because they know they're in the power seat, man. But you know, it's who the power seat's shifting, man. It's being revealed.
Christ is Lord.
Okay. Lost, man. Being an Edomite is going to become a very unsavory position to be in. Real soon, man.
And everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven.
Yeah, the beasts of the field, man. Fucking imagine pigeons actually flying around. Your motherfuckers are throwing breadcrumbs at pigeons. Bro, when the fuck? I don't even know what a pigeon's natural like fucking hunting habitat is meant to be. Imagine birds are actually fucking predators. A fucking pigeon's a predator, man. It's meant to go around and murk off other organisms. This motherfucker is, you know, eating up leftover chips. What the fuck kind of a state is that? That motherfucker's in mourning. This whole natural ordinance has been annihilated, bro.
Oh, I even see them picking up chicken bones.
Yeah,
I even see that too, honestly.
That's hell on earth.
And with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away.
That's it.
Yeah.
The fishes of the sea, man. Yeah, that story, like, I didn't even watch the video. There was an orca dragging a dead pup, like, for miles. Like, the orca was just swimming, the baby's dead. But just dragging the baby anyway. I'm like, that is you're done, man. You're through. That is a lamentation, man, on the earth. Motherfucker has to be dragging the corpse. And I bet you open up that orca, you're gonna find all kinds of plastic, all kinds of chemicals, all kinds of radioactive materials inside his body. Because the water's been absolutely fucking zapped. The whole environment's been zapped. I mean, you walk around London, the fucking pollution in London is enough, you know, people be dropping dead from that shit. But this is the pinnacle of, this is high society. No, it ain't. No, it is not. Because you know why? Because the actual elites who rule this place ain't living in no fucking cities. Them guys have estates out in the middle of nowhere, man, where they can sacrifice whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want, to their heart's content. These motherfuckers ain't worrying about no goddamn, fucking cities and pollution, and noise pollution, and too many people on the street. These guys out in the middle of fucking nowhere doing whatever the hell they want. And that's when you've actually got power, like when you can actually have the capability to do that. How many motherfuckers in the city can just decide, you know what, fuck it, I'm moving out of town.
To my private island.
Yeah, innit? Yeah. God, yeah, that island I own. Shit. God. Oh, you that side. God.
Isaiah 24 and verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant.
Yeah, the thing is, everyone's all looking at the so-called white man like, wow, he's so great. Bro, how did the so-called white man even attain that power, man? Transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, man. Broke the everlasting covenant. There's an order and a system in how you're meant to govern the earth. That's why you got an orca dragging a dead baby. That's why there's fucking pollution everywhere on a scale where it doesn't even make sense. You got motherfuckers who can make cars that can run on water. A fucking car run on water. You know how stupid that is? A car run, you're gonna put the tap into your car and drive somewhere. You're gonna have some water, a six pack of fucking water in the back seat, and then you just out of fuel, and then just go that 21p fucking bottle of water. That's why Esau don't want them things getting out, because the thing is like the petrol dollar is a big crux of how they support this place, man. So the thing is like all this, you're glorying in all the so-called white man, this, America this, England, empire this, colonization that. But the thing is all that was gained was just by unrighteousness. And the thing is there's other nations that have got it as well. Bro, the power seat gets passed like how the Lord was getting it, man. What? Daniel 4:22. The power seat gets passed, however, I think 4:22. The power seat gets passed, however, the Lord, maybe 2:44.
244.
I think 2:44, yeah. It makes him up.
Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms and shall stand forever.
That's it, man. The Lord's basically going to set up that kingdom. I think it was for the other one. Give us it.
It's kind of later on.
What time?
Okay, bring it.
Just a quick one. Habakkuk 2 verse 12 says, "Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity." Okay, and that's Esau's kingdom as a whole, man. He established everything he's got by wickedness, man. Okay, and that's why, you know, he got a limited time on this earth, man, before he's destroyed.
For real, man. Bruv, it's you know a real short time, man. Because the thing is like if you're gonna gain everything by unrighteousness,
I was even reading that.
whatsoever he will, even the basis of man.
Let's say something up.
Go on.
I was even reading an article on RT News. They were saying that Esau's trying to move his radioactive race underneath national parks now, man.
That's a good idea.
You know?
Oh, don't worry, it's going to be fully thick with lead and stuff like that, like lead as well.
Yeah.
You know?
True, man.
You know, he's crazy, man. He doesn't know what to do with any of that stuff, man. It just poisons the earth. It's not going to be good anyway. You know, what he will say is the angel descends on an earthquake, and that's radioactive mayhem, man.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
Yeah.
There's a movie about that. Maybe a cartoon. Go on.
Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Nice. Yeah, and this is why it's like, this is why spiritual wisdom just flies far above and beyond all this chaff. Get 1 Corinthians, man, about like 29 or something. 1 Corinthians 1:29, I mean. Because all this, all this so-called, this great wisdom on the earth, bro. If you don't actually understand that you're only suffered to be in the power seat, then the way you're going about your existence is going to be completely all wrong. If you do not know what your fucking purpose is in the grand scheme, in the game, man, the grand game, the only game, the Game of Thrones. If you don't know what your purpose is in the game, you're gonna be all messed up, man. You're gonna be trying to, like Littlefinger, niggas trying to grab the phone. Bro, you're unfit, man, for the position, man. Just like this so-called white man, he's ruling the earth. He's unfit. He was not given the tools to rule the earth in righteousness, man. He was given the tools to absolutely destroy and annihilate. I mean, you can disagree with me, but all you need to look at is the facts.
Yeah.
In what state has the world been getting destroyed systematically since the so-called white man came into? Yes, it has. Go and read that, man.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, 27.
Oh, go on. Yeah.
Verse 27. But the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Yeah, imagine imagine this, yeah, just with fucking crops. Let's talk about crops, yeah? So you want to grow some fucking corn, you want to grow some wheat, you want to grow some barley, you want to grow some oats, you want to grow some fucking, some crops, yeah? So, the so-called white man's going to say, okay, you need to buy millions of pounds, you're going to have industrial level, maybe like, 70 acres worth of land, yeah? He's going to say you're going to have to buy a bunch of fucking industrial level pesticides, and you're going to have to use all kinds of fertilizers and certain things. Then you're going to have something to counteract the fertilizer, and then you're going to have to get a certain kind of seed, all that bullshit. But the thing is like, all you need to do, my man, is observe the land Sabbath, dog. There's certain ordinances. There's certain ordinances you need to do, man. There's a certain amount of your crop you're meant to leave out. There's a certain amount that you're you're meant to harvest. A certain amount you're meant to give unto the Lord. There's all these different kinds of things, man. There's orders and systems and rules that are set up in the spirit, basically, so you don't have to use all this wonky bullshit the so-called white man comes out.
The land is rest. You've got precept.
Go on.
Yes, it's Isaiah 24 verse 5. Read from verse 4. So the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled and the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. That's what I'm saying. Changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Yeah, the thing is like, imagine a guy becoming a homosexual. You might just think, oh, what?